Hey, it's Alice from eKit Hub. Thought we'd do a quick video about editing the book covers, the journal covers, planner covers, ebooks, whatever you happen to receive from us, or even with any other done-for-you content that you have, especially if you are not a designer and don't really know how to use Photoshop. Now you're in luck because I'm the perfect person to teach this because I am not a designer. We hire designers to do our work for us, and I only know a little bit about Photoshop. But, this is a great way to learn. I think done-for-you content kind of gives you this base where you can kind of mess around and look at things. So I've got the planner cover from the Pets and Animals eKit, and it's the PSD file, as you can see up here, which means it's an editable layered file. So each element on here is a layer. So the text, this is a graphic that comes in the eKit, and this is text, this is a background color, and your Photoshop might look different, but here, and you might have to find this, but this is where my layers are. So these are all the different parts of the graphic. And so you can see this is the text I, that's dogs, this is the image of the dogs, and the words planner. There's also like a rectangle she has at the bottom that is covered, and the background is white. So you can change what I like doing also is you can mess around to see what everything is, right? You can remove it, you can put it there. Sometimes also if you want to actually I won't show it to you right now. It's like you can move things up and down, and then that will actually put the rectangle above the text planner. So if you ever run into a problem, you're like, why did it disappear? Why don't I have it? The way the order is on this side is the way the order it appears there. So I'm going to actually open up, I have another palette. I mean, this is a pretty straightforward one. You might want to change the colors. You can change the font color. Then the image, because this is an image that you wouldn't be able to change that there, you could possibly do a fill on the image, but let's not get complicated right now. All right, so you could change the background of the rectangle as well, the color that's there. I'm not matching my colors, I'm just doing this quickly for you. So normally you would probably want to take note of the color code that you were using and use it the same everywhere. I kind of did a different color here, or yeah. All right, so that's pretty simple. And I mean, you could, let's see, actually, maybe we'll just let's grab this guy. So how do you add an image in? Like, say you want to have something different there. What you do is you open the image that you have and in Photoshop, and you use this little tool. It's called the rectangular marquee tool. You select all or select the part that you want, and you're going to copy it, and you're going to come back and you're going to paste it in. So that looks a little weird. So we're going to also, now you can move it around by pressing free transform. So he's super cute, right? We probably would not want this image here because it kind of takes up the space. So I would maybe take that out. How you delete a layer is you just select it, delete it, and maybe move things up a bit, and maybe make it smaller. So I love. Type in the text like you would normally do. The text is controlled here. Maybe we want to do about 100. There's a nice place to put that. You can also put like background stuff like this in there. If you don't know how to do that, let me delete dogs because that one shouldn't be there anymore, I think. Now, if you don't know how to do stuff like this, you can just duplicate the layer, right? So that's what I do. I don't know how to make these things. I don't know what I'm doing. So actually, but now we have this bottom rectangle, right? So I moved it up to the top. Well, I guess I moved this is technically the copy of it. Let's move it up there when we're done. So it hasn't, all I've done is put in a different order, just so visually the things that I'm going to move up. So I'm going to put top banner because I'm going to make it the top banner, right? So I select it, make sure it's selected, and then I'm going to go with free transform. There's probably a faster way to do that. I don't know how to use Photoshop. You can stretch it. And actually, I did like a little mistake there. So we'll put the I love dogs in front. And now we're going to change the color because you can't see it. So we're just going to make it white. That's it. I mean, that's simple, right? Super cute. Done. Basically, I think editing anything, and like the other videos I've shown you, is just explore. Also, the help is pretty good here too. It'll take you right. You Google something, or not Google. This is not Google. This is Photoshop. You search for what you want, and then it opens it up right for you. So it's, it's a slow process of learning how to do it. Maybe you won't do the beautiful covers that you're hoping for to start with, but the more you play with it, the easier it becomes. Hope this quick overview has been helpful. Photoshop is a great program. It does have a bit of a learning curve, and it has it's not drag and drop like a lot of other editors, but it produces quality images, gives you a lot of control, and eventually, you start to get used to that. I mean, you guys know that my daughter has been learning it as well, and she would forget every time we would do it, but now it's becoming second nature, and I remember feeling that way too. I'm like, I don't remember how to do this, but this help area is always helpful. So I hope you found it helpful again, and we'll see you in the Facebook group.